You know, there's this secret weapon that separates the top 1% of Airbnb hosts from, well, everyone else. And it's not what you think. It's not about having the fanciest furniture or the best location. It's about mastering your data. So today, we're going to demystify that analytics dashboard and turn all those numbers into actual dollars. Okay, let's dive in.
So let me ask you a question, and it might sting a little, but it's really important. Are you actually running a business, or are you just gambling? I mean, are you the captain of your own ship steering it towards profit, or are you just kind of hoping the market blows in your favor?
The good news is you don't have to just hope for the best. Your Airbnb dashboard? It's not just a bunch of boring numbers. It's basically a treasure map. Seriously, every single chart, every percentage point is a clue pointing you toward more money. It's time to grab your virtual pickaxe and start digging for gold.
All right, so where do we start digging? We go straight for the most important treasure, the money metrics. These are the numbers that hit your bottom line directly and tell you the real story of your property's financial health.
First up, the big one, your occupancy rate. You got to think of this as the heartbeat of your rental business. It's just the percentage of nights your place is booked compared to all the nights it was available. So if you have 30 nights available in a month and you book 24 of them, boom, that's an 80% occupancy rate. This is your core number.
So what's a good number to aim for? Well, the industry average kind of floats around 60 to 75%. But here's the key insight. The hosts who are truly crushing it, the ones maximizing their income, are consistently hitting 85% or even higher. That's not just a number. That's the line between doing okay and doing really, really well.
And just look at this chart. It shows you that difference perfectly. See that gap between the average host and the top performer? That 25% difference isn't just a few extra nights. Over a whole year, that gap can mean thousands and thousands of dollars in pure profit. It just goes to show you why even a tiny bump in your occupancy can have a massive impact on your earnings.
Next up, let's talk about your average daily rate, or ADR. It's pretty simple. This is the average price you're getting per night that's booked. This number tells you point blank how well your pricing strategy is working. If your ADR is way lower than your competitors, you're literally just giving money away with every single booking.
Okay, now let's combine those two into a super metric, RevPAR. That's revenue per available night. Think of it like this. Your occupancy rate times your average daily rate equals your RevPAR. This is the magic number. Why? Because it gives you the most complete picture of how you're doing. It answers the ultimate question. How much are you earning for every single night your property is available, booked or not?
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The research is super clear on this. RevPAR is the gold standard. So think about it. Would you rather have a 90% occupancy rate at $80 a night or a 70% occupancy rate at over $100 a night? RevPAR is the metric that helps you figure that out and find that perfect sweet spot.
Okay, so we've talked about the hard numbers, right? The dollars and cents. But what about the people? Your guests are constantly sending you signals, clues about what they love and, what they don't. So let's move on and figure out how to decode those signals.
It's easy to just look at your overall star rating, but don't do that. The real gold is in the details. Airbnb breaks down your ratings into these specific categories. So if you have a 4.7 overall, but your cleanliness score is a 4.2, well, now you know exactly where you need to focus. You don't have to guess what to improve. Your guests are literally telling you.
And here's why that's so critical. Your rating has a direct, powerful impact on how many people see your listing. A high rating isn't just a pat on the back. It's a golden ticket to the top of the search results. The Airbnb algorithm is built to reward excellence. That tiny fraction of a star could be the difference between being on page 1, seen by thousands, or being buried on page 5, where nobody will ever find you.
And hey, don't forget these other clues. A short booking window, where people are booking last minute, could mean your price is too high for people who plan ahead. A high cancellation rate? That might mean your photos are a little too good and not quite matching reality. And a slow response rate to reviews? That's just sending a bad signal to future guests.
So you've tweaked your pricing, you're getting great reviews, your guests are happy. Now what? Now it's time to open the floodgates and get more eyeballs on your listing. This is where we have to start thinking like marketers and really understand that guest booking journey.
Every single person who books with you goes on this journey. First, they see your listing in a sea of other options. That's the impression. Then, something catches their eye, and they click. Then maybe they send you a message with a question. And finally, they take the plunge and book. Your mission is to figure out where in that journey people are dropping off. So here's how you play detective. If your dashboard shows you're getting thousands of impressions but almost no clicks, then your shop window isn't working. The problem is one of three things: your main photo, your listing title, or your price. That's a super clear signal that you need to experiment. Try new, brighter photo. Write a catchier title. Maybe test a slightly lower price and see if that gets people clicking.
And what about the people who do click and message you? This is the final and maybe the most important hurdle. If you're getting lots of messages but very few bookings, the problem is your communication. Are you responding super fast? Are you answering their questions with warmth? This is your big chance to seal the deal.
Okay, this is where the rubber really meets the road. We've talked about the what and the why of your analytics. Now let's talk about the how, because understanding the data is just step one. Real success comes from using that data to make smart, strategic decisions that actually grow your business.
I want you to think of this like your personal command center. Every piece of data is a signal, a little flashing light telling you exactly what to do. Occupancy's low? You don't just hope, you take action. You test a new price, you update your photos. Reviews start to dip. You don't ignore it, you investigate what changed and you fix it. This is how you go from being a reactive host to a proactive business owner who is in total control.
And really, that's the ultimate goal here. By mastering your analytics, you're not just floating around hoping for the best anymore. You become the captain of your own ship. You become a data-savvy entrepreneur who is confidently steering their business towards more profit and more success. You are in the driver's seat. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Don't get overwhelmed by all this. The journey to mastering your analytics starts with just one single step. So open your dashboard, find your biggest opportunity, and ask yourself this one simple question. What is the one metric I'm going to focus on improving this week? That's how you start winning the game.